Are we recording the class?
No, I am sorry. Ok, now, a regrinha do verbo medroso. Here's the thing. Check it out. In Portuguese, sou feliz. Does this sentence make sense?
Yes.
Yes, it's perfectly correct. Now, in English, am happy. This never makes sense in English. Why not? Because in English, every time we have a verb, you need a subject with it. Okay?
Okay.
Always, if you have a verb, you need a subject with it. In English, the verb does not go alone. Why?
Okay.
Because it's afraid. Ok? O verbo é medroso no inglês, ele sempre precisa estar acompanhado. Okay? Yeah, so
Okay.
another case we have in Portuguese that we don't have in English, that's different in English, it's this. Faz frio. In Portuguese, this sentence has no subject. How do
Yes.
you do this in English? We use the all-powerful it. So we say, it is cold. Okay? How do you say, for example, Ana? É feio.
It is ugly.
Yes. É bom.
It's good.
Yes. São 3 horas.
It is 3 o'clock.
Yes, exactly. So you see that in English, está calor.
It is warm.
Or hot, okay?
Hot.
Yes. So you see, Anna, that every time in English that you have a verb, you need a person. And if it's not a real subject, we use it. So
But when I said, for example, swimming is very good, I use the verb without the subject.
the
And
verb
I
is
put in ing.
yes, that's why it goes in ing. Is very good.
Okay.
Because swimming is already the subject. You don't need it here. If you put it, you need a
É
comma.
verdade. It's true. Swim is the subject.
Yes, for example, swimming. It is very good. Then it makes sense.
I really. Okay.
Okay, good. And do you have any questions about this rule?
No, it's okay.
Okay, nobody calls it regrinha do verbo medroso, just I do. Okay.
Ok.
So, ó, registrado. Teacher sticker. Olá.
Patente.
Okay. So the lecture talks about the climate too. It was a violent change, but it explains that their ancestors, African elephants, survived without any problem. Okay? This is correct. This is exactly the argument from the passage in the lecture. Now, it was very short, the third one. Yeah. The third theory in the test about the diseases caused by humans and destroyed the mammoth life. The lecture, the infection. Infectious. Yes, infectious diseases. Infectiosas. The infectious diseases. What's the problem here?
R.
Yeah. Are an indirect cause that killed the mammoths. I have to confess, I don't remember this third argument from the lecture. Maybe you were right. I'm not saying that you were wrong, okay? I just have to check and hang on a second. Complete guide, audio. I think it's disc 10. Here we go. It's exactly it, disc 10. And it's lecture number 4.
At number 4.
Yeah.
Exercise 21.1.
A computer study shows that they could have eaten only 10% of the mammoths that they supposedly killed. Why would they have killed?
Can you hear?
Yes, yes.
Okay, I'm going to play the first argument again.
Look at those tusks, hunting them to death. Everyone, the
Part of the obligation. Task 4. Listen to part of a lecture in a geoscience class.
All right, now we're going to continue our discussion of extinction. Extinction at the end of the ice ages. I gave you a couple of articles to read over the weekend. I'd like to talk about, let's talk about the woolly mammoth article first. Everyone pull that one out, okay? Now, the article seems to imply that one of these three theories about the mammoths is probably the right one. But in fact, there are some problems with all three theories. First off, there's the idea that humans directly killed off the mammoths by hunting them to death. Sure, it's tempting to blame humans because mammoths were doing just fine until people showed up in North America. But think about this. Mammoths were huge, strong, dangerous, well-armed creatures. Look at those tusks.
I
É rio
got...
devagar.
Yes, exactly. Okay, you got it. Okay. And it's H-U-G.
Yes.
Okay, now it makes sense what you wrote. Yes, okay.
They had thick skin and thick layers of fat.
Do you know what thick means?
Thick, I don't know what does it mean.
Yeah, I have an example here. Okay, my cell phone is very thin.
Yes.
Now, imagine a cell phone like this.
Yeah.
It would be a thick cell phone.
It's
Mammoths had
different.
thick skin, thick fur, okay?
Okay. And what's blame? It's just, she said blame something.
Oh, take notes. Take notes. Hang on, let me write those for you. This is good. So huge is very, very big, okay? And rude is like impolite.
It's very different.
Yeah, the meaning is different, but the sound is very near. You were right. It's very close. Huge, rude. Then there's thick. Thick is like is different. It's the opposite of slim or thin. When we're talking about how can I say width, length, width. You know, so thick, like she has a thick. The bears have a thick skin.
Okay.
To blame is when you say somebody did something wrong. Sorry. It's when you say somebody did something wrong. For example, somebody broke the plate in your house and you were a kid and you say, "It was my sister." You are blaming her. You know, this is to blame. It's to put the fault on someone. Do you know what fault is?
Yes. Okay. Because I wrote, I took notes from blaming, but I don't know what it means.
Oh, okay. I'm going to come back a little.
Yes.
Were doing just fine until people showed up in North America. But think about this. Mammoths were huge, strong, dangerous, well-armed creatures. Look at those tusks. They had thick skin and thick layers of fat, hard to pierce with any spear, no matter how sharp. Why should humans hunt these giants when there were other animals around that were smaller, easier to kill? The Clovis people were few in number, and they were widely scattered. A computer study shows that they could have eaten only 10% of the mammoths that they supposedly killed. Why would they have killed so many if they weren't going to eat them? Then there's the theory that humans killed off mammoths indirectly by bringing disease to the New World. This is an interesting theory, but a theory needs evidence. Scientists have examined the remains of many dead mammoths and found no sign, none, of any infectious disease. Then there's the climate change theory.
Okay. 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 No, sweetie, according to the lecture.
Need more evidences?
Yeah,
To prove?
there is no proof. Okay, that mammoths were killed by infectious diseases.
Now I hear that, but yesterday no.
No problem, no problem. Okay. Finally, the lecture started. The mammoth stated. Okay. Could have happened. What could have happened? It's the past. The past of the past. Maybe by all three theories, one of them or neither of them. That's perfect. The conclusion is exact. Now, Anna, the arguments number 1 and 3 were not exact. Okay? What is my suggestion for you? First of all, don't be afraid about writing more than 200 words.
Okay.
You know? Don't be afraid. Don't save words, you know? You can write until 250 words. There is no problem in it. No problem. Okay, so if you write 250 words, 230 words, it's not a big deal. If you write 300 words, it's a problem. You know?
Okay.
It's a problem. But not if you write this. What else? You balanced the much of information, which is very good, but you need to put a little more of information from both, mainly from the lecture. You have to explain a little better. Okay, Anne? Yes.
Okay, now, because the first argument I didn't get all the...
Okay. Yes. And the third one you got now, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So because of this, I'm going to have to decrease your grade. Possibly you wouldn't take this, but integrated, I'm going to give you from 2 to 2.5. Why? Because TOEFL would say that you had inaccuracy in 2 arguments. Okay, so it was inaccurate. That's why they would give you a grade like this, Anna. Okay, so just as I told you, practice.
Yeah.
These mock tests we're doing, they're good diagnosis. A very good diagnosis. What does that mean? It shows where you have to study more. You know, and even with this grade, you are doing better in your writing than with the reading. So reading, you really need to practice on it.
Yeah. Okay. I have a question.
Sure.
The listen, what is the time? Because I did in the internet, YouTube, and there has the same time. And I think, the time it's okay. But when I do the TOEFL, I choose my time. You understand?
Yes, I understand. And that's it. You have 20 minutes to answer all the questions. If you take 10 seconds in one question, you can proceed.
I can perceive.
Yeah.
Okay.
It takes
And
you
the reading.
reading too, but reading you have 1 hour to read and to answer. In listening, you have 20 minutes just to answer.
Yeah. But for example, if I am doing the number two, for example, but I am demorando.
It's
I'm
taking a
spending
long time.
much
Yeah.
time.
Yes.
Yeah, and I didn't pass to another. Automatically the test pass or not? I waste my time.
You waste your time. The time is going now.
Ah,
The time is
ah.
going. You know, you're going to
So it
sit.
depends on my. I click and pass
Yeah,
to.
exactly. Okay.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. Now let's go to your independent. Nowadays, food has become easier to prepare. Has it changed? Okay. Let's see how many words. 297. Very good. People have more conditions to prepare food in less time before years ago. What do you mean by this?
If I are going to prepare for the the years ago it isn't possible. It,
So not before, because before years ago, it's a period before, you know, in comparison to.
okay,
Okay,
okay.
this change implies direction in the way people live nowadays. There are good and bad points in this change. Okay, but has it improved the way people live? Okay, my suggestion is answer in the introduction. You know, for example, okay, let me check your argument. First of all, observe that people are doing many things in the same time. So it's an advantage to spend less time to prepare, spend less time to prepare the food and use the time to do other things. Although the people could pay less attention in their own food and their quality of what they ate or do. And the quality.
Mm,
Okay?
okay.
Because, sweetie, if you use there and of, it's redundant. Okay?
Mm,
Yeah, it gets redundant. So my suggestion is just put the. Secondly, a good point is available to customers. A lot of equipment. Ixi, até eu tenho dificuldade com aqui. Equipment. Equipment. No, I don't know how to write this word. Oh, equipment has no plural. I
oh,
didn't know it. A lot of equipment and technological products that you can. A good point is available to customers, comma. A lot of equipment and technological products that you can buy to prepare food faster than when you use the traditional oven. Yes. In my mother's house, for example. Yes. Give examples. Excellent. In my mother's house, for example, there are a lot of high technique equipment. Okay, I didn't know it. Equipment you can't use in plural. It makes sense because it's already a collective noun. High tech equipment.
mm,
She loves. She loves. Oh, she loves to get, to receive, to gain. Because to
why
win.
not win?
Because when we use when, Anna, when we have a competition. Let me show you this.
Ah,
We have three words, you know? Oh, sorry. They are win, earn, and gain. Oh,
mm,
Win is generally used for competitions. Earn is competitions and prizes. Okay?
Okay.
Yes. So you won some prize, you won a competition. Earn it's generally used when you conquered something. Yes! You did something that made it fair, made it just for you to receive something. So for example, if you work, what do you earn? If I work hard, I earn sei lá, uh, $10,000 one day. So to earn, you see, you work it hard and you earn it. He
Okay.
practiced and earned the black belt. Okay, black belt. Yes, in karate.
Tá.
Okay, so it's the black belt to earn. You did something for it. Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so we generally use with salaries and prizes too. Money. Prizes. More common here than in win. And gain is like receive. You made nothing for it. And a present, it's something you receive, but you don't pay for it.
Mm,
Got it? Do you want to take any note?
yes.
Yeah, okay, I'll write it.
But you can send me this?
Sure, of course. I'm going to send you on the Zoom chat.
Yes, it's better.
Okay, now, Anna. So that's why we have to use get, gain, receive, get here. Or on Christmas. Okay, now this is very boring. This is very boring, very boring, very boring, but I have to show you this. Let me just finish the correction, then I teach you this. As I have a young sister, how is more commonly used for questions?
Okay.
As I have a young sister who lives with my mother, every day the lunch is prepared faster before my sister goes to school. One day my mother had traveled and I had to prepare the lunch for my sister. It was a disaster because I have no... excellent paragraph. Excellent, very good, very interesting, very cohesive, very good, very good. The third point, I believe, is not so good. The third point is not so good. So the third point is the subject of this verb. So you don't need it. Okay?
Okay.
Correct.
Okay.
Because the people stop to create. Oh, this is important. Stop creating. Yes, you don't say to. This is another thing that I have to tell you. Right moments to have fun with families. With families or friends and spend a long time preparing the food while talking about many things. When I was young, I remember that my father used to join the family every week in our house. Yes, I'm a huge example. And my aunts and uncles spent hours and hours there. They used to cook together, and after my grandfather used to evaluate the lunch and taste everything. This is so cool. Is this true? Yeah.
No.
Oh, good.
Just imagination.
Excellent. Nowadays, it isn't common anymore. People think it means waste of time. Excellent. It was a good essay. I'm going to give you 3. Oh, same grade as number 1. Same grade. Check this, Anna. Just your highest grade in the writing is already almost your reading. See, that's why it's necessary to practice reading. You can do better. Okay. And now let's go by parts. When we were talking about prepositions of space and time, it is very boring.
Yeah.
Honestly, it is very boring. But there are some rules that if you memorize, it helps in 99% of the cases.
Mm.
I think I showed you this one. This.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. So check it out. When you have day in the holiday, you use on. When you don't have day in the holiday, you use after. This is one of the exceptions.
I
Okay?
forgot.
No problem, Jude. No problem. That's why I'm here to help you remember. So here is on Christmas Day or at Christmas. Okay? Okay.
Okay.
Now, regarding this
Huh?
here, after stop.
Mm.
Regarding this, there is one thing that it's a little complicated, but it's necessary to remember. Here's the thing. We have three and only three ways to use verbs in English. The first way is to verb, an infinitive. The second is gerund, ing, and the third is with modal verbs. Okay. Now, we use to verbs after certain verbs, or after many verbs. For example, I need to know, verb to verb. I want to go. I have to study. She needs to learn. We want to watch, okay? So verb to verb is I think it's the most common rule. After adjectives, can you read this example, please?
It's hard to have energy after busy days.
Yeah, it's interesting to talk to smart people. So interesting to talk, hard to have, easy to learn, adjective to verb. Okay?
Okay.
The reason of something. Can you read the example, please?
We have a dog. We have a dog at home to guard
Guard.
to guard it when we travel.
Very good. So why do you have a dog at home? We have a dog at home to guard it when we travel. It's a reason.
Okay.
Okay, so for reasons we use to verb, but it's common to use because. It's not necessary. So verb to verb, adjective to verb, and reason. And we have a last situation that it's very uncommon. That's when we use interrogative words. Can you read the example, please?
I have to learn how to make new
Very
friends.
good. So why to make? Because how is an interrogative word? Just as I told you, use how for interrogation. These are the situations we use two verbs. Okay, we're not going to practice them. I'm just presenting them. The most important is verb to verb. Very important. Exercise 3. Okay, here. Now, when we talk about gerund, here's the thing, Anna. The most important is rule number 2. After prepositions, we always use the verb in ing. Can you read the example?
She can't live without drinking coffee.
Me too. Okay, me neither. Okay. And the third situation is the one we just talked about. When it's the noun, when it's the noun of a sentence. Can you read, please?
Swimming is the best thing to do to relax.
Excellent. What about rule number 1? It's after certain verbs. For example, enjoy. Uh, Let me see. Oh, enjoy, finish. These three not necessary. Stop. Stop is very common. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Okay, but these are not a good examples. These are not good examples. There, I have a book here. There, the one,
I
the
have this
one.
book.
Yes, this is the best. English grammar book I have ever seen in my life. This is very good.
Oh, my book is here.
I think it's chapter 53. So it's probably page 106.
Yes.
Okay? And after these verbs here, stop, postpone, finish, avoid, we always use in ing form.
I have to memorize.
No, honestly, it's boring to memorize. And what you have to really memorize, some important verbs that we use all the time. For example, verbs that we use all the time that are in this list are stop, finish, and I use a lot avoid. Okay, these two. Admit, never use. Risk, maybe risk sometimes, but consider sometimes. Fancy, I never use. Deny, I never use. But stop, finish, avoid, maybe consider too. These are very important. Now the others, you don't have to memorize, but stop is the most important. Most important. So that's why here we use the people stop creating right moments to have fun.
Okay.
Okay? Okay, and we didn't have enough time for the speaking today. But no big deal. No big deal, because these corrections, Anna, are very important.
Yes.
Very important. I can't stop saying this to my students because I show you a diagnosis of your English. It's like a doctor. Oh, you're not good here, you're not good there. I'm showing you exactly how your English is. But next class we need to do our speaking, okay?
Okay.
And if you write anything, I can correct, but first we're going to do the speaking next class. Okay.
Next class is the Thursday, 2:00.
Thursday, yes. Thursday. Okay.
Thursday.
Okay, Anna, well, I see you on Thursday then, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you very much.
Have a nice day.
For you too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.